In many parts of West Africa, the expansion of agricultural land has resulted in the almost total removal of trees and shrubs, with devastating consequences. Deforestation has led to unnecessarily elevated evaporation rates, high temperatures, infertile soils, strong winds, and recurrent drought. Much of the natural biodiversity, including predators such as birds, reptiles, amphibians, and beneficial insects, were also lost, along with the trees.
Niger is a country that's suffering from severe deforestation and desertification, and we'd been practicing conventional reforestation for several years. Everything that we tried failed. We used conventional methods where you raised tree seedlings in a nursery, you planted them out, and because of the harsh conditions in the African countryside, the hot temperatures, the strong winds, the intense animal grazing pressure, it was an almost complete failure.
These problems were appearing all over the Sahel, and with little to show for the time and money invested, morale began to falter.
In a 20-year period, some 60 million trees were planted by the various agencies, and most of them died.
After years of trying, one day, Tony Ronaldo realized the solution was right under his feet.
It was one of those days when I was feeling very, very low. I was actually carrying a load of tree seedlings from our central nursery, and I knew full well, based on the previous experience, that most of those trees wouldn't last even 3 or 4 months between the goats, the termites, and sometimes even the people pulling them up. And it was in that time of really being upset about it and realizing it was hopeless that for the first time I saw what I'd been passing by actually for nearly 3 years, week after week, eyes open but not seeing, not really looking. What appeared to be small shrubs that didn't grow more than 1 metre tall, I realised for the first time that these were actually trees that had been felled, and the stumps had resprouted, and each one was potentially a tree. Millions of hectares of land have been cleared in Africa, and the one redeeming factor is that many of the tree stumps are still alive. For example, this one, the mother tree's been cut down, but it's sprouting prolifically from the stump. And what we're doing in farmer-managed natural regeneration is simply pruning off some of the excess growth and allowing the tallest and the best shoots to have a chance to get away and produce a decent pole.
For change to occur, it was necessary for the farmers to see the land in an entirely new way and change their destructive behavior. The local farmers were hesitant at first, but after initial trials almost doubled the crop's yields, this new approach spread rapidly.
karkaral bi de ci la bokk karkaral bi moom xam naa bu ñu ko jàppee bàyyiwuñu ko moom mën naa yokk seen am-am.
nan la ko yokkee.
waaw ni mu koy yokkee ndax ñun ñi nga xam ne ñoo ko commencé woon bi nawet bi bi ñu demee bi ci nawet bi am na lu ñuy jox loo xam ne karkaral bi moo tax ñu indi ko te loolu dafa yokk suñu am-am. kër gi yokkute dana ci am ndax li ngay béy ci àll bi moom bu yokkoo rek jëm ci kër gi day war a yokk. kër gi moom balaa mën a yokk rek day am lu dugg ci biir kër gi moom lu fi dugg rek yokk na kër gi.
This is Bayani Agebo. Bayani grew up in this area of Humbo, and in 1984 the district suffered a very severe famine. Bayani's the leader of a small group of farmers that World Vision's brought together. He's now pretty well food self-sufficient and is producing a surplus from the various products in his garden and tree nursery. Bayani's also sharing the skills that he's learnt with as many people in the community as will listen. So we're trying to spread from this small pilot project, trying to spread the ideas right across the district. Once the communities take control and start managing it, within a very short period of time, that forest is going to regenerate.
fas yéene xanaa matal karkar yi ba mat bu ci ngeer nekkee ma matal ko ba mat ndax dañuy aar tool bi ndax bu fekkee ne màgg na bu ndox mi dikkee taw bi foo ji fu karkar nekk boo demee ci taat wi day am solo lool ndax loo ci ji day nangu bu dee ngeer gi boo ko jubbantee day am solo loo ci ji day nangu kàddu yu mag yi boo seetee ne fi mu ne bu tawee kàddu gu mag goo dem dangay fekk mu tubaarkàlla loo ci ji day nangu kon karkar yooyu moom la ñu war a yar mu mel ni kàddu yu mag yi ndax kàddu yu mag yi ci karkar la jëkk moo tax bi ngeen ñu xiiree na karkarit nu jublu ci karkar di ko jubbanti te xam ne moo ñuy jàppale ëllëg rek jàppale xale yi jàppale njaboot bi.
Farmer-managed natural regeneration is possible when the farmers understand that they're aligning their own behavior to what nature wants to do naturally. All the farmers need to do is not degrade the system, and then nature provides everything that is necessary for restoration.
Many of the trees that have been cut out over the generations are still present. The stumps are still alive, still in the ground. And what's needed much more than a technical innovation or an injection of large amounts of funding is simply a change in the way people manage the land and an understanding that everything that people need to restore the land is already there. So what I was looking at on this fairly degraded landscape is an underground forest. Even looking from here, it looks pretty barren and nothing growing there, but as you get up close, you'll find that there's a lot of tree stumps that are still sprouting, a lot of seedlings that are there, and all they need is a chance to get away and grow up. So through pruning, through protection in the early years, if you give it that attention, you could potentially have a forest with very little investment of money, even on a degraded site like this. What we've got here is a thorn tree, and if the management of this area doesn't change, it'll never get any taller than that. It's regularly getting harvested by wood collectors, it's regularly getting chewed off by livestock, and all it needs is protection for, say, 6 to 8 months and a little bit of pruning to clean it up, and that can become a tree.
With the return of ecological function to the land, the farmers are able to diversify their harvest and grow crops that increase food security as well as income.
2 years ago, this area was without any diversified kind of crop. It was only maize that they grow, and maize fails every year. They depend only on food aid most of the time. Now you can see cassava, mango, avocado, papaya, and banana, and other kinds of fruits.
waaw fii tool bi daal fi ne sama bëgg-bëgg damaa bëggan bu ma yàlla mayee fukki meetar yoo dox rek toog ci garab gis garab goo toog noonu daal laa bëggoon maanaam garab yi bari ci biir rek maanaam dimbali suuf si boo jiyee gerte day nangu soo jiyee dugub day nangu mën ngaa bañ a engrais mën ngaa bañ a toj bu fekkee garab yi doy na sëkk doo def dara.
Restoring the ecosystem is not just about enriching the soils and increasing biomass. It's also empowering the people to rise out of poverty.
Il faut allier le tout parce que quelqu'un qui est en train de s'investir dans les aspects environnementaux, il faudrait au moins qu'il y ait derrière cette intervention, derrière ces activités, une activité génératrice qui lui permettra, par exemple, d'avoir assez de ressources économiques pour subvenir aux besoins alimentaires de sa famille. Et ensuite, cela aide aussi à renforcer les terres afin qu'ils puissent augmenter les ressources agricoles qui pourraient au moins permettre à ce qu'ils soient autosuffisants en matière de ressources économiques et alimentaires de la zone, et aussi ces aspects de régénération naturelle assistée qui permet de renforcer la couche superficielle du sol, c'est-à-dire l'enrichir, permet en même temps, à partir de la biomasse, de capter le carbone et vraiment s'investir dans les aspects climatiques de séquestration de carbone.
Empowering local communities to restore naturally occurring forests in ecologically devastated areas of Africa is a significant advance. If these practices are maintained over large areas for the coming decades, a forest canopy could return over areas that have long been considered ruined. This will increase productivity, help to ensure food security, help to infiltrate and regulate precious water resources. It will reduce the threat of migration and social disruption, and it is arguably the best way to mitigate and adapt to human-induced climate change.
am naa ci njariñ bu baax nag bi ma commencé ak ñoom ba léegi man maa ngi ciy sukkandiku di ci sukkandiku it di ci wan ñoo xam ne nii nag bu ñu jaaree fi ma jaar it dañuy sukkandiku comme man ndax maa ngi ci am naa ci béy am naa ci xar am naa ci gaz bu ñuy sarse am naa ci xaalis am naa ci fourne jàmbaar ci laay togg sama yépp.
The world has become used to seeing these people as poor, considering their lives and their contribution to society as negligible. It's about time we realize that these people are equal to everyone else, and that they have more ability than most to sequester carbon and mitigate human-induced climate change. In fact, their contribution is enormously valuable and must be acknowledged and compensated. For its efforts in alleviating poverty, rural migration, and chronic hunger among some of Africa's most marginalized populations, the United Nations Convention on Combating Desertification has awarded the farmer-managed Natural Regeneration Project of World Vision Australia with a 2013 Land for Life Award.